I never joke with bankers, said Monte Cristo in a freezing manner, which repelled impertinence, and he turned to the door, just as the valet de chambre announced, M. de Baville, Receiver General of the Charities.
Ma foi, said Monte Cristo, I think I arrived just in time to obtain your signatures, or they would have been disputed with me. Danglars again became pale, and hastened to conduct the Count out. Monte Cristo exchanged a ceremonious bow with M. de Baville, who was standing in the waiting room, and who was introduced into Danglars' room as soon as the Count had left. The Count's sad face was illumined by a faint smile, as he noticed the portfolio which the Receiver General held in his hand. At the door he found his carriage, and was immediately driven to the bank. Meanwhile Danglars, repressing all emotion, advanced to meet the Receiver General. We need not say that a smile of condescension was stamped upon his lips. "Good morning, creditor," said he, "for I wager anything it is the creditor who visits me." "You are right, Baron," answered M. de Baville, "the charities present themselves to you through me. The widows and orphans depute me to receive alms to the amount of 5 millions from you." "And yet they say orphans are to be pitied," said Danglars, wishing to prolong the jest. "Poor things!" "Here I am in their name," said M. de Baville, "but did you receive my letter yesterday?" "Yes. I have brought my receipt." "My dear M. de Baville, your widows and orphans must oblige me by waiting 24 hours, since M. de Monte Cristo, whom you just saw leaving here, you did see him, I think?" "Yes, well?"
"Well, M. de Monte Cristo has just carried off their 5 millions.
"How so?" "The Count has an unlimited credit upon me, a credit opened by Thomson and French, of Rome. He came to demand 5 millions at once, which I paid him with checks on the bank. My funds are deposited there, and you can understand that if I draw out 10 millions on the same day it will appear rather strange to the governor." "2 days will be a different thing," said Danglars, smiling. "Come," said Baville, with a tone of entire incredulity, 5 millions to that gentleman who just left, and who bowed to me as though he knew me?"
Perhaps he knows you, though you do not know him. M. De Monte Cristo knows everybody.
$5 million. Here is his receipt. Believe your own eyes.
M. de Belleville took the paper Danglars presented him, and read.
Received of Baron Danglars the sum of 5,100,000 francs, to be repaid on demand by the house of Thomson and French of Rome. It is really true, said M. de Belleville. Do you know the house of Thomson and French? Yes, I once had business to transact with it to the amount of 200,000 francs, but since then I have not heard it mentioned. It is one of the best houses in Europe, said Danglars, carelessly throwing down the receipt on his desk. And he had 5 millions in your hands alone. Why, this Count of Monte Cristo must be a nabob? Indeed, I do not know what he is. He has 3 unlimited credits, one on me, one on Rothschild, one on Lafitte, and, you see, he added carelessly, he has given me the preference, by leaving a balance of 100,000 francs.
M. de Belleville manifested signs of extraordinary admiration.
I must visit him, he said, and obtain some pious grant from him. Oh, you may make sure of him, his charities alone amount to 20,000 francs a month. It is magnificent. I will set before him the example of Madame de Mercer and her son. What example? They gave all their fortune to the hospitals. What fortune? Their own M. de Mercer's, who is deceased. For what reason? Because they would not spend money so guiltily acquired. And what are they to live upon? The mother retires into the country, and the son enters the army. Well, I must confess, these are scruples. I registered their deed of gift yesterday. And how much did they possess? Oh, not much, from 12 to 1,300,000 francs. But to return to our millions. Certainly, said Danglars, in the most natural tone in the world. Are you then pressed for this money? Yes, for the examination of our cash takes place tomorrow. Tomorrow? Why did you not tell me so before? Why, it is as good as a century. At what hour does the examination take place? At 2 o'clock. Send at 12, said Danglars, smiling.